jeez, I got another haircut. Hi guys, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another album review where today I am finally talking about the sort of new album from Ariana Grande. Thank You Next. Oh boy, Ariana Grande. I'm sure we on this channel are no strangers to this dangerous woman, pun intended. As you know, she is my favorite female singer of all time, and before this album was released, she released 4 albums. Yours truly, My Everything, Dangerous Woman, Sweetener. Out of those 4, I particularly enjoyed 3, the latter 3, from front to back, and her first album, well, it wasn't perfect, but it was still really enjoyable. And only 6 months, like half a year after she released Sweetener, she came out with Thank You Next. And remember how I said my Sweetener review? That video was uploaded literally the day before Thank You Next came out. Remember how I said in that review that I was going to get this new album, this kind of new album, before as soon as it's released? Well, now it's the end of March, and I only got my copy of the CD last week, so I am so glad to finally have this in my hands. This album right here that, once again, I've been anticipating for months, just like Sweetener. Anyway, so how did it turn out? Well, on first listen, this album was absolutely mind-blowing. This is a very unique album, I gotta tell you. This album is like, it's very different from what Ariana's usually doing. First of all, this album contains no guest appearances. Like, Ariana is singing all by herself, occasionally with some backup singers like Victoria Monet. But there are no guest features on this, which is really weird. And there's all sorts of instruments on this album as well, and it's way more creepier than Ariana's other albums. Like, there's all kinds of instruments on this album, as I said. Specifically, lots of violins and cellos and such. You know what? I'll just go down track by track. The first track is Imagine, which is a very beautiful little track, which is about relationship problems, I think. And it's really good. It's just really pleasant to listen to. I like this one a lot. And then Needy, this one doesn't really have a beat. It only has some finger snapping. It's like, I can't really do finger snapping, sorry. But this even ends with like a strings outro, so that's pretty cool. That being said, this is probably my least favorite on this album, but it's still really enjoyable. I like this one a lot as well. And then there is NASA, or NASA, which has a voiceover opening from Shangela. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't know. She or he, whatever, is a drag queen. Anyway, so this track it's also kind of weird. It's better than Needy, but it's also not on my favorites list. Although the way she says NASA is hilarious as well, and the track is called NASA or NASA or whatever. So she apparently makes lots of space puns, like I need some space. Yeah, really funny. that almost made me cringe. But whatever. I still enjoyed this track, even though if not as much as the first track, Imagine. And then Bloodline opens with Ariana Grande's Nana, Majore Grande. I think that's how you pronounce it. For the first few seconds, it's her talking about getting a new ear aid or a new hearing aid. Yeah. So that's kind of weird. But after that, it just transitions. It just gets into this really good beat and a very, very, very catchy trumpet melody. And there's all kinds of instruments like this on this track. There's trumpets, there's saxophones, alto and tenor. There's a trombone, and there's horns on it as well. This track is just really good to listen to, and it's about how Ariana doesn't want a guy to be in her bloodline. So, yeah, kind of explains it. But whatever. Fake Smile opens with a sample of After Laughter Comes Tears by Wendy Renee. I don't know how to pronounce that either. And Ariana just really doesn't want to fake another smile. And she really doesn't, as she's going, fuck a fake smile. Alright. And also the beat it's pretty nice on this track as well. And Ariana also goes, Ariana also says in the track that she has read the things that people wrote about her, and it's getting harder for them to shock her nowadays. Anyway, so the next track is Bad Idea, which is another mind blowing track. It's 4.5 minutes long. Starts out like your typical Ariana Grande track that she wrote in these days, you know. Um, it kind of sounds, the beat sounds like some of the other tracks on here, but whatever. And then 2 minutes into this track, it suddenly features some violins and cellos and also some strings. And then it goes back to the normal track, but after 3 minutes, we think the track is over, but no, after that, the violins and cellos and strings come back for like 15 seconds and give an emotional performance, which is just incredible. And then for the last minute of the track, the instrumental of the song plays. So yeah, this track is just amazing. And then Make Up is only like 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. The beat is, I don't know what to say about the beat. It's really weird. The beat reminds me of Flume. You know what he does? You know what Flume does, don't you? There are probably some angry fans of Flume that are watching this review right now. You know what Flume does? He like makes these weird beats that kind of go all over the place that and makes you feel like you're getting sick. The beat kind of reminds me of Flume, and Ariana apparently loves to fuck with you just to make up with you. Okay, so yeah, Make Up isn't one of my favorites either, but it's still really enjoyable. And then there's Ghostin, which is one of the most beautiful tracks that Ariana's ever released. It has like this really creepy synth in the beginning, and it just goes on for the rest of the track, I think. And after 2 minutes, the violins and cellos and strings are back. Like goodness, and once again they give an emotional performance. This track is just beautiful. Doesn't really feature any drums, maybe in the background somewhere, but whatever. So as I said, this track Ghostin is just beautiful. Thumbs up on this one, a lot, like 10 times. And then In My Head, once again, a pretty good beat. I don't really have much to say about this one. I just kind of like it. And then I really don't think we need an introduction to the last three tracks. Seven Rings, Thank You Next, and Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board. The three big singles from the album. That even wait, what is it again? Like there was this thing where Ariana was in the top three. Like all three of her singles, the title track, Seven Rings, and Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board were on the top three. Like Seven Rings was at number 1, Break Up With Your Girlfriend was at number 2, and Thank You Next was at number 3. And that's how Ariana became the first artist to monopolize the top 3 on the chart since the Beatles in 1964. So that's amazing. And also earlier on, Ariana tied with the record from that was being held by Michael Jackson. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, Seven Rings, I already made a YTP of that, I mean, not from the song, but a Michael Rosen YTP based around the song. And I just love this track. It is just, it's just spot on perfect. Sorry for shaking the camera, but whatever. So, and this also features Ariana rapping an entire chorus, which is just amazing. I just love this track. And the remix that was released with 2 Chainz isn't as good, but it's still pretty enjoyable. So yeah, this track Seven Rings, it's just amazing. And if you wanna like check out why this track was written, then just go and see for yourself. I'm too lazy to tell you that in this video. Anyway, then the title track, also a record breaker. The fastest growing music video on YouTube. The most watched music video on YouTube in 24 hours, I think. Yeah. I don't really know, actually. I'm sorry, guys. If I'm talking nonsense and stuff. I'm just kind of bored in these days. But yeah, so this title track, I don't even need to explain it to you. Ariana's just so fucking grateful about all her exes. Calls back to Big Sean, Ricky Alvarez, I think, Mac Miller, who tragically died last year, and Pete Davidson, whom she almost got married with. So yeah. And this track, the beat is just great, and just everything's great about this track. I like this one a lot too. And Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board is also a really, really good track. I also really like this one. It has kind of like this pretty cool trap beat. I think it's a trap beat. I don't know. And yeah, it's just a really weird track, but it's weird in a good way. So yeah, I guess that's it. And also, Seven Rings has portions of my favorite things. A Rogers and Hammerstein the second track. And Break Up with Your Girlfriend on Board has an interpolation of an NSYNC song. But yeah, I guess that's it for all the thoughts on Thank You Next. Sorry if I sound a bit um sorry if I sound like I was not making much sense in this video, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not in a pretty good mood today. So yeah. Anyway, overall, on Thank You Next, it is a mind-blowingly amazing album, and all of you who are not fans of Ariana should definitely check this one out, and Sweetener as well. Those two albums are my like wait. So those two albums are the main reason why I love Ariana so much. Sweetener and this album, Thank You Next. I don't know what to say. It's just a mind-blowingly amazing album, and I absolutely love it. I'm overall feeling an 8.7 out of 10. Favorite tracks: Imagine, Bloodline, Fake Smile, Bad Idea, Ghostin, In My Head, or wait, no, no, wait, I'm just thinking about the favorite tracks now. So, Imagine, Bloodline, Fake Smile, Bad Idea, Ghostin, In My Head, okay, not so much In My Head, okay? So, okay, here it is. Favorite tracks: Imagine, Bloodline, Fake Smile, Bad Idea, Ghostin, Seven Rings, Thank You Next, Break Up with Your Girlfriend on Board. Least favorite track is Needy, though even that one's great. But of course, this is just my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with it, but if you have any opinions, just leave them in the comments in the comment thing down there. And yeah, I guess that's it. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, before April Fools. Anyway, so yeah, as I said, I guess that's it. That's all for today. See you next time.